Can you
You
talk a
hit
little
on
more?
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, can you talk a little more about like the first year of AppSumo? Because I imagine like now it's must be easy. You know, you have this massive audience. People know AppSumo. Um, but like the
I
first
wish,
year, I can
Greg.
imagine.
I wish, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, dude, it gets harder. I thought it. There's a what's his name, Jim Roth, Jim Rome quote. It's like it
Yeah, Jim
doesn't
Rome.
get it doesn't get easier. You just get better, and I like that a lot because it doesn't get easier. Just your problems get harder, and you get better at it. Um, the first to be and look, our narratives of our mind are all liars. Like how we reminisce some things is total lies. Like we just totally change the history to suit whatever purpose and whatever moment we're in. But the way I recall it, to the best of my ability, and I looked at revenue of it recently, and it's been 12 years. So our first year revenue was 300,000, and that was me, truthfully, just by myself. I really wanted a business where I was like, I don't want to have a developer. I'll do it myself. Don't want to have support. I don't want to have anybody to fucking depend on initially. Now I can't do it without this team. And it was just like kind of work. I think one of the key things that people miss in business in general is they're not working backwards from their customer very specifically. So with AppSumo, I literally just once a month, I didn't do a lot of work. I probably worked about like, I don't know, 10, 20 hours a month. I would be like, all right, I want to reach Y Combinator audience. What are the products that I could get deals on that I know that would get upvoted on Hacker News? I was like, oh, well, let me get those. So I got Optimizely, I got Mixpanel. Then I was like, how do I get on Lifehacker? That's an audience I want. Well, I looked up all of Lifehacker's top reviewed software they've ever talked about, and I got a deal on that. And I emailed them and said, hey, if I get deals on this, can you promote it? And they're like, maybe. They did. And so it was a very intentional approach of, I call customer first is how I like to label it, and working backwards in that. And I treated it very casually, Greg. I wasn't very like, this is going to be a big ass company. I was like, I make, a few $1,000 every month or so for not too much work. And I think one thing that people need to be clear on, especially or whatever you're on your career, I lived so cheap that I didn't have to make a lot of money. I didn't even have I was doing consulting for speeddate.com. They were paying me $5,000 a month. And I didn't really do much for them, but they loved me. I was like, dude, that's awesome. I was like a product manager for them as a consultant. But I had the 5,000. I lived crazy cheap, and it gave me the flexibility to really find stuff I enjoyed. And I did it very comfortably until probably around a year in. I hired, I found a developer named Chad, who's still my business partner, and that's an amazing story. And then Andrew Chen, who's one of my best friends, was like, "No, you got it. Why don't you take it seriously?" And he tiger bombed me. He's like, "You're gonna try to be rich and you're gonna grow this big." And I was like, "Dude, I'm just chilling, man. Just let me chill, dude." He's like, "No, make something of your life." And so we switched up the model. We went from bundles to single deals, and we went from single deals to like tremendous amounts of advertising and giveaways and different things. And the business went from 300,000 to 3 million the next year.
Hmm.
And that's not normal. And so the way I think of the first year, Greg, it was enjoyable. It was I wouldn't say professional in the sense it was very hobby. And I think this is a very clear difference as a baseball player and as a professional in sports or as a professional in business or a professional in a hobby. Is that, are you treating it like a hobby? Or are you treating it like a professional? And we had we eventually people copied us, and we're just very professional. Like I worked at these very impressive companies. I have a very, it's not bragging, but I have like we got blocked by PayPal, and then I literally emailed or texted the VP at PayPal and got unblocked within like 30 minutes. It was just luck because I have that network from being in Silicon Valley and stuff. And so I think that gave us an edge over other people as we started professionalizing the business. And, you know, what year are we in? 2022. I mean, it's fucking hard, man. I used to think CEO. So I hired the CEO. His name is Ayman Al Abdullah. You should check him out on Twitter. And I hired Ayman. He ran the company for 5 years, and I basically just like got pretty rich during that time period. And I really didn't do a lot of work. And I was like, this is very unsatisfying. Getting a lot of money is satisfying. I will not deny that. But like not working is pretty unfulfilling. And I just thought he didn't do shit all day. I was like, this fucking guy, dude, like he makes good money. I can't say his numbers. I'm like, this guy's making all this money. And like, what does he do? CEO. CEOs do nothing. He sits around, has everybody else do all this work. And then he quit last year. And I was like, ah, shit, man, I guess I'll try to do it myself. And it's not like a boo-hoo story for me, but it's like, oh wow, there's, until you're in someone else's experience and really understanding it, it was hard to really grasp like how challenging it is day to day and like the level of responsibility he had. And so I definitely empathize more with him and anyone leading a team and being responsible for jobs and running a business.